What's going on, guys? This is a comment section. This is number 30. And I still have a zillion comments to get to. And I've barely broken into them. Okay, up first. Queen, We Are the Champions, 1979 KG, what's going on? Love this album. If you say it's okay to It's Late or Spread Your Wings, then I'll think I'll cry. And I said, get the Kleenex ready. Because I knew that Spread Your Wings was coming. I knew Spread Your Wings was coming. Get the Kleenex ready. Yeah, sorry, I just don't. I mean, I'm sure everybody was like, you know, Killer Queen, Live Killer Queen, right? What is it called? Live Killers. Sorry, that's what it's called. My bad. I'm doing it from memory. I don't remember exactly. Live Killers, apparently, is where people really started getting that song and getting it in that kind of way. And that's cool. I think that that's cool. And maybe that'll happen for me. Maybe. I mean, I hear how it's a good song and a sing-along and all that kind of, like, how people would like it. Let me put it that way. I hear how people would like that song. I do. I get it. And I'm sure that if I heard it more times, maybe I'll, you know, it's like, because it's not like it's bad. It's not. It's just, there's a difference between songs that you hear on first listen and they just get you, and songs that you have to listen to a lot of times. Right? There's a difference. And I like both, frankly. But what I do here, what I do on the channel, what these videos are, what these reactions or whatever are, is first listen. So that's a different kind of listening to me than what I do when I'm trying to learn songs or when I'm trying to really immerse myself in an album. Then I'm listening on repeat. I'm really submerging myself. That's not the word I was looking for, but you know what I'm saying. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. Just trying to drown myself in the music, get so much of it, more than I even need, because just the constant repetition is what helps you kind of pick out more of it. It gets in your subconscious. That's really important, right? Especially if you're learning a song. If I have to learn a song to perform, specifically if I'm singing it, then I need to get the lyrics. Then I need to listen to it like way more than maybe I want to. Usually, hopefully I'm picking a song that I like, then it won't matter. But you know what I mean? Like, you have to just keep listening to it and keep listening to it and keep listening to it and keep listening to it. And even then, even after the 100th listen, there may be things that you missed or forgot or all kinds of things. A good example of that is, you know, a classic song that everybody that plays covers, right, musicians know and will have to play if they're playing in those kinds of bands or whatever, is Sweet Home Alabama, right? I could have picked a zillion. I could have picked Brown Eyed Girl. I could have picked Mustang Sally. I could have been a lot, even though I feel like a lot of bands skip those songs because they're just over, you know, they're sick of them. You know, that's like, you need to tip $100 to play for me to play that song kind of thing. But Sweet Home Alabama, I've played this song a zillion times in the past, but you know, especially now living in Florida, Leonard Skinner being a Florida band, you know, everybody has every region, you know. In Boston I had to play Dirty Water, and California I played more The Doors and Sublime and Red Hot Chili Peppers, even though those bands like Chili Peppers and Sublime are played mostly everywhere else also. It was just different, right? Here it's like, okay, Sweet Home Alabama or Tuesday's Gone, or, you know, just stuff like that, right? Okay. That bass line, I went back, and I've been playing that song forever, right? But I went back and I listened to it, and I'm like, you know, you play something for so long and then you kind of like get your way of playing it. But then you go back and you're like, oh, this is really what they're playing. And you like relearn it even after you already know it. But you start learning like, oh, this is actually how they're playing. You start dissecting it in that way. And in that way, it's kind of cool. Anyways, I forget why I was bringing that up. Oh yeah, different listening, different songs, different, all that kind of thing. Anyways, sorry, I got sidetracked. It's my video. Okay, up next, Cop Ski 9361. What's going on? We will rock you. Queen. Surprised the wiki didn't mention the production of the stomping and clapping. Okay, yes. There were a few people that brought this up. Because, yeah, I was wondering about this. Surprised the wiki didn't mention the production of the stomping and clapping. Brian set up a number of microphones to record all the people at the studio standing on a stage platform and put a slight delay on each mic. The milliseconds of each delay was a prime number so none would overlap and create a massive sound with little tracks. Right, yes. Cool technique, and apparently one that has become commonplace when producers want large percussive sounds, thanks to Brian. Yes, totally. Yeah. There are all kinds of things that you can do in the studio to make that happen, for sure. And that's very cool. Cool. Thank you. So that was like an informational comment. Thank you very much. Okay. Up next, We Will Rock You. Mr. HMCC, what's going on? Quote, he designed... Oh, is this... Yeah, this is about the same thing. Right. He designed the sound of the famous section based on the knowledge of sound waves and distances. He wanted to make it sound like thousands of people were stomping and clapping. Because of the stomping, they would hear a little bit of an effect as there was a distance between them and the audience. So he composed a single repeat, not echoes, at various distances, and the distances were all prime numbers. They recorded each track and put a slight delay to it, which was harmonically related, even though there were no echoes in the picture. The clapping sound spread around the stereo, spreading from a distance from you, so you just feel like you're in the middle of a large number of people stomping and clapping. Yep. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. There are lots of like engineers. I don't know if there are as many now as opposed to previously that are much more mathematical in that kind of way. In fact, at Berkeley, at least when I was there, if you were going to be a music production and engineer, an MP&E major, you had to take math. Like I didn't do MP&E. I studied. I learned recording on my own after college, so I'm in that way self-taught in terms of recording. But anybody that went there for that had to take math. Like had to. It was like required. Unless you tested out of it. You had to take math. Because there's more math stuff, There's more math stuff within all that. Anyways. Okay, up next. D. Britty 9525. What's going on? Queen, spread your wings. Good job. Queen didn't rely on tone-deaf amateur critics like you to sell product. Queen, massive group, and this was a live favorite, so I'm out here for it. Just stick to music like Taylor Swift is probably more of your taste. Millions can't be wrong, but one can. This is one of these comments. Okay, great. Yeah, love it. Millions are wrong every election cycle. Don't be an idiot. That's what I said. And that's accurate. I don't care. I said in the last comment section, I don't care what the crowd likes. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. If I don't like it, that's all that matters to me. Right? I don't care if that doesn't matter to you or if that matters to you. It don't matter. I don't care about your opinion. Can we get more people like that? Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, sorry if I'm like that. I know that's very that's not to say that literally I don't always care. There are times where I do. I get it, right? But when it's like when you're just being combative or you're being a jerk or whatever it is, then it's like, okay, I know not to listen to this person. Stuff like that, because why would I? People only go after what's in their best interest, and people that are for their best, this is a whole big psychological thing that, I'm not a licensed therapist or none of that. I'm not a licensed anything. Okay. I'm just some guy on the internet right now. Anyway, so yeah, cool. Good job. Queen didn't rely on tone-deaf amateur critics like you to sell product. Okay, cool. Tone-deaf. I don't think I'm tone-deaf, first of all. Definitely not tone-deaf. Yeah, definitely not tone-deaf. Amateur critics, that's fine. I'll accept that. Amateur critic, yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever. Everybody's a critic, right? Everybody is. Like you to sell their products. Yeah, I don't need to sell shit for anybody, right? Massive group. Yes, Queen is a massive group, and this was a live favorite, so I'm out here. Stick to music like Taylor Swift. I actually don't really know a lot of Taylor Swift. I know some just because you go to grocery stores and you're just around and it's on, right? But I don't really know her. I don't know her records. Don't know. It's probably more of your taste. Good job. Is that because I was wearing my Taylor Swift shirt? Right. Good. Cool. All right. Anyways, up next, Lilia Neva, 7743. What's going on? I think I can explain why some songs work for you and others don't. Oh, this will be interesting. Yes. Tell me about myself. Queen has music for everyone. No, so not to be a jerk, sorry. Queen has music for everyone. No matter your musical tastes, you will always find some songs that suit you, and the others that you don't like will surely resonate with other people. But I always say that Queen doesn't have bad songs. It has songs for different people. I like your Queen reactions and your humor. Thanks. Awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, and I would say that this is like that for every song, every artist, every piece of music, right? It's like, and some things are more popular than others, and that's just what it is, right? And yeah, it's not like they have, do they have bad songs? I don't know yet. Do they have bad songs? I don't know yet. They have songs that are not great, I suppose. I don't know. I feel like we're getting there because we're getting into some of the like funk, like those Roger Taylor tunes, right? The last two that I just did that was on the album that we're doing right now, those are a little bit not great. Like I said, I think that they have potential, but yeah, it's subjective. That's basically, music is subjective. People like what they like, and also what you like changes as time goes on, as you get older, etc., right? So it's like, it's whatever. That's why it's like, I don't care if you like this stuff. If you like Spread Your Wings, if that's your freaking jam, if you just sing in the shower to that shit in the car, go for it. I don't care. That's all good. I just don't want to be forced to listen to it and love it because you do, because I think that's lame. That's all. That's all. That's where I'm coming from. Just want to be heard. Cool. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Up next, Sleeping on the Sidewalk. Mary Adam Eck. Mary Adam Eck. Sorry if I'm probably saying all this wrong. 124. What's going on? How you doing? Okay. Hey, Justin. Thanks for all the Queen reactions. Really appreciate them. But, oh, geez. I can't help but take offense. Oh, you're offended. At the remarks made about Brian singing. Don't be offended. It's not serious. Yes, you have the right to your opinion. Thank you that you gave me that permission. But don't you think you should listen to more than a couple of old songs before being so harsh? I really need to get that unnecessarily harsh t-shirt. I have to get that. I haven't yet. You would have thought I would have gotten it already, because I have been known to be unnecessarily harsh, and sorry about that. Sorry about that. Don't let me read that again. But don't you think you should listen to more than a couple of old songs before being so harsh? Try listening to his solo album, Another World, or even a few others like Dream of Thee or Holy Man or You Know You Belong to Me. Maybe change your mind a little. Blessings. Okay, so here's the thing. Thank you very much. That's totally fine. And if that happens, actually, that just started happening on this record that we're in the middle of right now. Jazz, right? There's a Brian song. It's later. What one was it? Yeah, it was Leaving Home Ain't Easy, I'm pretty sure. Where I could tell a bit, just a bit, that he's experimenting more vocally, and like it's different. It sounded different. And I'm like, okay, all right. And that may be the start of the progression where his voice starts getting better. I mean, I even noticed in my voice. When I first started singing stuff, and I'm not a trained vocalist at all. I love vocalists. I love singing. I love songs. I love stuff like that. But, I'm not a trained vocalist. And even when I started singing, I sang terribly. Like, yeah, okay, I can match pitch and I can, like, I have a voice and things like that. But how to really use your voice, that's a whole different thing. I don't think... I feel like I sound better now than I did, 20 years ago, certainly 15 years ago, 10 years ago even, because I have more experience doing it. And also just the more you experiment and you're messing around with, you're practicing and things like that, right? You sing more songs, the more you get comfortable and learn how to use your voice. I'm not gonna listen back to those early recordings and be like, and not say that they don't sound like that, I don't sound bad, or that they, you know, like, oh, I wish I sang them better or whatever, and I can sing them better now. What it was is what it was, and if I got better, I can recognize that, and I can do the same here, is what I'm saying. Is that, like, that may be where he is right now and what we're listening to, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't get better and that I can't acknowledge that. That's all I'm trying to say, right? Does that make sense? It's like, if that happens, I'm going to notice that, and I'm going to say that, and that'll be what it is, and that's cool, right? That's totally cool to see the progression of how they got better. No different than it's cool to see the progression from the first two Queen records into what they are now, or at least where we're at right now. You understand where I'm coming from, what I'm saying? So for all those things to continue makes sense to me, and I'll see that, and I'll be fine. You know, that's cool. That's all. Am I unnecessarily harsh sometimes? Yes. Sorry. I'm just being honest. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to end it here. It looks like we got another comment section video because I got more comments still. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.